Every Spider-Man Ever presents Amazing Spider-Man issue 26. Last issue, Spider-Man used one of his costumes as a puppet and had the other one confiscated by Aunt May, so now he's costumeless. Which is just a terrible time to happen because the Green Goblin and a brand new villain, the Crime Master, are meeting at the docks. They want to work together to take control of the gangs of New York, but both have ego issues and refuse to cooperate. Instead, the Crime Master goes on a rampage, threatening gang members and bombing cars. His message is clear: follow the Crime Master or suffer the consequences. As Crime Master's evening of terror comes to a close, we jump to the apartment of Frederick Foswell. You remember him from being the big man and going to jail, the journalist that's now working at the Daily Bugle. Well, he's taking off a costume and hoping that no one guesses his secret identity. And speaking of the Daily Bugle, Peter heads there the next day when his search for the Spidey costume confiscated by his aunt turns up nothing. In the middle of the press room, he has a big row with Betty, who is mad that he tried to get Spider-Man killed and mad that Peter's dating this mysterious Mary Jane Watson. Any amount of "I've never even met this girl" is ignored, and eventually the fight is ended by Jonah. As Jonah then goes on to brief Roswell on a story about this new Crime Master character, Peter sneaks a spider tracer into Foswell's hat. He's still suspicious of this ex-criminal, and he'll follow up when he has his costume back. At Midtown High, Flash Thompson and friends taunt Peter Parker for running away from a fight, the thing he did last issue. When the taunts get too much, Peter gets violent and a brawl starts. Liz, who thought Peter was different, is turned off from her Parker crush, and the fight is spotted by the principal, who calls Peter into his office. While Pete's in that office, Flash overhears Parker taking full responsibility for the fight that Flash and his gang started, and maybe he starts to gain a little respect for his classmate. Unseen by Peter, Flash tells the principal what really happened. Meanwhile and elsewhere, Jonah is at the Century Club, bragging about what a good person he is for rehiring Frederick Foswell despite his ex-criminal past, apparently completely unaware of dramatic irony. After school, Peter Parker figures out a solution to all of his costume woes. He just buys a suit from a costume shop. However, the Spider-Man suit they have just doesn't fit right, so he has to use webbing to keep it from revealing too much. Spider-Man once again, Parker follows his spider tracer to Foswell's apartment, only to find it abandoned. As he searches for clues to Foswell's criminality, the Crime Master appears on the rooftops outside. The Crime Master shoots at the person inside Foswell's apartment and continues to shoot more as he learns that he's facing Spider-Man. When bullets are easily dodged, Crime Master uses a knockout gas instead, and Spidey finds himself choking and tumbling off the edge of the building. As he falls, he's able to get his mask off and breathe once more, and then able to use his reflexes to save himself from a certain splattery death. With Crime Master escaped and no Foswell at his apartment, Peter swings to the Daily Bugle to find him there. He doesn't find Foswell, but he does bump into Jonah, who tells him that Smythe has his costume, and Spider-Man desperately needs it because his fake one is riding up. To stop his mask revealing his secret identity, he webs it shut. He then swings back to Foswell's apartment. This time, he isn't shot at, and finds a map of the waterfront. At that very waterfront, gangs are gathering for a meeting to join the Crime Master, but one of their members, a man called Patch on account of his eye patch, betrays them and informs the police. Elsewhere, but close by, the Crime Master is meeting with the Green Goblin once more. They both threaten each other with their secret identities, and those threats lead to violence. Fleeing the scene, the Green Goblin finds Spider-Man lurking nearby. With stealth and speed, he flies down from above, so quick that even Spidey's spider sense can't save him. To finish him off, the Green Goblin throws a bomb towards him. Spidey is quick enough to avoid a fatal hit, not quick enough to avoid being knocked unconscious. The Green Goblin has Spider-Man at his mercy, and he's finally able to reveal his secret identity. Well, he would if the mask wasn't webbed shut. Instead, he has other plans. As the Crime Master gets on stage to announce his takeover of the gangs, the Green Goblin also gets on stage, but has something better to offer. He has captured Spider-Man. Thanks for watching, and while you decide what to watch next, here's a fun fact about this issue. The letter page features a letter from Steve Gerber, who would later go on to create Howard the Duck for Marvel and have an iconic run on Man-Thing.